the original Hydra Archon? Ugh. Ijiri?
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
If New Valette is taken aback, then even I could be taken aback.
You are not Furina. Who are you?
Ijiri, the original Hydra Archon.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalors. You know, the god.
Focalors? Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving.
Who are you trying to fool? Everyone?
The heavenly principles.
You're trying to fool heaven.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
She was supposed to sound exactly, but the VA changed the voice in the end. It was the same VA for Furina too.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydra Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it?
So you are actually Furina, but you're Furina's other half as a Focalors.
She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum.
Fooling heaven and everyone else in an effort to put things off.
I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
And how are you going to do that?
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
Considering the fact that you gave your reasoning for why you still want to be insecure at this point, yeah, but how are you gonna pull off, how are you gonna pull that rabbit out of the hat?
Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydra Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up.
Yeah, so it wasn't really Furina's mess at all. She just had to inherit a mess.
But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Okay. I didn't even think of Furina being an Oceanid, but okay.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
So in the process of deceiving heaven, she also deceived herself.
The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina.
So it is another self. Just not one that you'd normally expect.
She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished.
Huh.
Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principle.
You cursed her so she would live a long life.
Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne.
Basically, she was also an Oceania that turned into human by Aegeria. After Aegeria passed, she became the next Hydra Archon. She then split body into two, her divinity being the Focalors, while the body is Furina. Huh.
In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy.
So she is a god, but she is the other half of the god.
Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalors' divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, she's a literal split.
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
Why the court is also a performance theater.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Yeah. For 500 years, she lied to herself. That's the opera play. She couldn't even be authentic, even if she tried. Did everybody see that? And it was Nouvelette that came to terms with that? He came into contact with Furina tears. Remember correctly, tears often contain the being's strongest emotions. With sufficiently strong hydrosensitivity, I could form an emotional connection, just as I did with the ocean at the final scene. Wait, could this be Furina's inner world? Furina, what is she doing on stage? Wait a moment. That isn't Furina. That is likely of her original inner self. If I can speak directly to myself, I might be able to get easily what I wanted to know. Come here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not missed. Let me try talking to her. Now, can I finally have my question answered? In this stage that is the opera, but is also a courthouse for trials. Yes, no? Now you are in fact on the stage. Now can you answer my question?
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto the stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep... All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But I don't see an audience here. Unless you consider me to be your audience, in which case I'm not entertained. I'm simply here to ask questions and to get answers.
Oh,
just let the
do
lights
not
go off.
jest.
Please, only for a second.
I am Focalor. The eyes of
That way I can become
countless
myself
Fontanians are upon me.
Something's off. There's no getting through her, even if she's playing the role of the Hydra Archon. What sort of resolve in herself? Consciousness of an impending offense? I have to find a way. So, turn those lights off So she can show her true self? Okay. Turn the lights off.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Yeah, well...
Go! Right here.
Yeah, well,
Emerge.
guess what?
I'm
Technical
always
difficulties, but...
Right now.
Ow.
And Shroud!
Come on, so we're gonna fight on stage.
Go as one!
Crap.
Right here.
Cry without
Emerge.
echo. Shackles. Ow. Crap.
One with the forest. So,
Fucking guards that dance around like that.
Water jet!
I'll uproot you!
I'll shut you up! Right now! Ow. Okay,
Keep up.
there we go.
Water jet! Right here. Right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There we go. Turn those lights off, and then we will see your true self.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still
Chains.
watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards?
Guards!
Guards!
Where are my guards? Crap! Wrong way.
Right here. Emerge.
Where'd you go? There you are.
I swear by my sword.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Go as one. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
3, 2, 1.
One with the forest.
Right now. A sight to behold.
I hear everything.
Now, time to
Can't see?
get the lights off.
Ta. Ch-
Come on. Crap.
Go! Right here. Emerge. Right here.
And Shroud! So. Ch-
Gone.
Emerge.
Alright, turn
Right
that
here.
last light off.
Go
Ow.
as one.
You friggin' frig off. And now to turn the lights out. I wonder what the lights represent. The vision, you see, of the subconscious? That's all in her. They must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I received some sort of signal. Was that a true voice? Yeah, a ticket? When did that appear? Ooh? By the way, it looks like the show is about to begin. In that case, show me what you truly feel, Furina. Scene 1 before the mirror. Furina. Ooh. You're invited to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Okay. Ooh.
Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Notice something different about her appearance, like who she is now compared to before?
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
Her hair is shorter and she has a different outfit on.
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
Then how do you actually find a way to avoid fate?
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
A small price to pay.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
Where's the balance? In a world where there is no balance.
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
So even she literally has to lie to herself to some extent.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends.
No specific time.
But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial? Huh. How exciting.
Act 2, Scene 2, Ascension Speech, Furina. Huh. A play inside Furina's head. Ascension to Godhood under Nouvelet. Even Nouvelet suspected her. We actually do control Furina here.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Yeah, well, that which is natural is that which is not part of godhood.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclé. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all as the god Focalors, the god of justice. I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
Interesting, the empty audience where you actually hear the voices.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt.
Literally lying to yourself as you go on.
Oh, now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
Right, by lying to everyone, she was able to put everything off.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Summon courage resolutely with conviction.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play.
Turn up the drama. Is this literally a pure earnest?
No, this won't work.
Nah, you can't be pure earnest.
They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play.
Turn up the drama.
The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it heart and soul.
Seriously. Like, the fact that Furina had to go through 500 years of lying to herself.
So long as I, the Archon Focalors, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Lest you yourself be judged. Okay. At Scene 4, Opera House, Furina. Or Scene 3. Why did I say Scene 4? What the hell is wrong with me? Literally waking up and going straight to work on the opera.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
It's like she's taking on the role of a politician, but she can never be true to herself.
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties.
And now she went and did more duties. Huh.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
The fact that we don't see anybody, we still hear them. Which is a whole other symbology right then and there. There's no audience, there's no other actors. Basically, Furina is the only one in her own world. Like, I know it's her own world, but the symbolism where nobody else exists. Nobody else existed at all.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable... All right. Deuteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me.
Okay.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Dear God, literally. And then going back to another area. From bed to work to other work to library. She literally talked to herself the whole entire time.
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
It's like the idea of the prophecy came true even before it ended. She just talked to everybody who was never there.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
To realize reality, to acknowledge reality, is to have the prophecy come true.
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Seriously. She must have lived a very lonely life. Going from work to work to work, and nobody there. She literally was stuck in her own head.
I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time, but it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion.
Voices without people.
Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be safe. Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Opera House, Furina. Scene 4.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
It's
Lady
literally the same
Furina,
thing.
I've waited so long for this chance to see.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Dang. It's like the Sumeru Sub-Zero Samsara Festival. Not only has Lady Furina been stuck inside of her head, she just relived this. The whole. It is like a nightmare. An in real life nightmare she just constantly lied herself to.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute.
But she's been told to lie.
I don't think I let anything slip today. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted.
And then she went through the same thing again and again and again. Scene 5, Upper House Furina. For years. The same thing. Trying to keep up the same act. All because her divine self wants to try to fool heaven. Okay, scene 182,000.
Lady Furina,
oh God.
It's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this.
Dear God.
I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
How the hell has she not gone mad?
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer. A descendant of a line most ardent.
And speaking of, a line we cannot see, especially a line that is covering your face.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Furina.
And we can't even see her face.
What is it, good citizen?
Are you crying?
Dang. Has she gone insane? Has she, like, hated everything? She's been doing the same thing over and over.
Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
It's literally inner suffering at this point. Dealing with the same thing. Any other person would just want to tear everything down and burn it all to the ground. But she wants to keep it up.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
God, how many days now? How many scenes?
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer?
That's what you heard from the fountain that one time. Because she was part of the fountain, and her memories were going through there.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries, but there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy.
Even Furina tried. But she has no way of figuring out how to actually do something about this near impossible scenario. When you go through years upon years of trying so hard, only for it to not work. So she has tried. Even beyond any other normal limit.
All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Dang. How many more days? Stayed at Upper House Furina, and it's only when the Traveler showed up? When you live so long
Furina,
and you're holding on.
You don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
When the Traveler shows up. One day.
Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
That's my voice? Is the scene where we're with the giant magic box? Huh. That's what the words meant. It was great. I didn't think the scene would play in an inner world. Surely I'll find out if she wanted to tell me this time. Only in that instance.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
Of years and years of suffering and pain and loneliness, of not being able to tell the truth. Is this what someone would call an outing? Or a release, or third option to all of it?
A witness. Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
The fact that Furina doesn't even see the Traveler.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
The rumor she was about to tell the Traveler in the magic box.
If that's the case, she's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I?
She wanted to, but she couldn't. Because she lied herself again and again and again. And she just defaulted right back into the lie mode for hundreds of years.
But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Furina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright, Furina? You've worked so hard for so long. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can if you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it. Long and hard.
She chose to lie again. Because the Traveler's voice was literally nothing compared to the other voices.
No, I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Only in that instance of a moment.
Fine.
Okay. So we actually do appear on stage. Not only as a spectator, but also as an actor. what did you want to say? What was it?
So even Furina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works. But that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
What is it?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
So she made the conviction against Child, knowing full well that Child would have revealed everything and undo everything for the human version of Furina. Basically, she convicted Furina on the basis that that it would still hide the truth, even if the death sentence was just a way to throw her away, so she'd never reveal the truth in the end.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it?
So there was a justification behind it. To protect Furina from the lot for more lies.
Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
So that was its purpose? That was the whole purpose behind it? You were gonna throw Furina away. You're gonna mercy kill her right in the end, after all the lies that she had to tell herself after the many years of suffering. The classic French guillotine.
I beg your pardon?
You're gonna throw her away to fool the gods. Because the idea of Furina having to be sacrificed is in some way that suffering so she can fool the gods.
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
But wouldn't that also affect you in the process, considering the fact that she's your second half?
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered?
So you try to mercy kill yourself?
My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice.
What was the whole purpose of the indemnitium?
But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine.
Then where did the rest of the energy go?
The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
So everything was put into that one sentence of the trial?
It was all part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice.
It takes 500 years to get enough energy to kill a god. If that is it took literally humanity's effort 500 years to kill a god.
But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia. and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So you wanted to fool the heavenly principles so much that you split yourself apart in an effort to throw the other part of yourself away after 500 years of non-stop suffering and lies, in an effort to make heaven question themselves. Huh. That's literally one way of making heaven question itself as a result of that amount of suffering.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalors, but for the Hydro Archon.
Which is for her.
The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
You want Neuvillette to take over.
But...
Quite a promotion. The title of Hydro Archon will be destroyed. Dang.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we?
Considering the fact that Neuvillette has known Lady Furina for 500 years, and despite reflecting many moments of legal cases, profession, and those that are related, the fact that he has to come to terms and ask the Focalors, literally, that they've been through life and death together. Why leave us now? Remember the Neuvillette mentioned that the Hydro Archon would disappear, he would regain his full dragon powers. To regain his full self. I don't remember that part, but thank you very much for remembering that. We've been through life and death together. Why now do you leave me?
The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
Maybe he's...
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Well, the deception ends here. And it all comes to an end, and the show comes to an end.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime?
Because, you wanted to make them question themselves? But really, should you not have questioned yourself?
Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you?
I'm sure there was a reason why Neuvillette accepted that huge limitation. Reminded the seven elements of the dragons rule against Tiamat, but they were overthrown by gods and replaced by the seven archons, who stole their original powers.
Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice.
Should they not deserve to be human, as they were?
In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long.
When Neuvillette gains his full dragon powers, he'll gain the abilities to turn the Fontanians into full humans.
Eudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land. When you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. These 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel.
Almost, considering the fact that Lady Furina almost wanted to confide in the Traveler for that one moment. Similar to how Neuvillette wanted to emphasize with humanity.
You are a devious one, Focalors.
Oh, you're a big liar, and you were able to pull off a big lie for more than 500 years.
Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
What about Furina? The Focalors, just like a regular Ricardavada?
Farewell, Neuvillette.
Just like...
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Duh. One last dance before the curtain or the sword falls. But what about Furina? If the divine part of Furina dies, does Furina also die? And now this 500 self-lying fest, not near endless suffering, comes to an end. And now, Lady Furina just not need to lie to herself anymore. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wish we could. Dang! Well, Kevin! Looks like you're wrong. Now what?
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Dang. Which means you can live as human, just as Lady Furina did. So everyone can live as humans.